And welcome here everyone to Wynn Stadium, the home of the Dragons. We always love a good game here, another game of SRL Mines. I think round 3 it is. I'm your host this afternoon, Corey Boyd. Join with me in the box here, Tyrone Clay.
Good to be here, and what a stadium to be at, Wynn Stadium. Dragons fans packed out the crowd, and should be a good game.
Always love to see a Dragons crowd show up here. Dragons going to be looking to put on a show here after... I'd have to go back and check last week's stats. Who won? I think the Dragons came out on top last week, if I remember.
Anyways, I think...
But now on to kickoff. It is that Jacob Preston? Aha, I did get that right. Off to kickoff. It's going to be Preston to start us off. And the Bears look at the first run of the game. Tun here is going to send it off to Sora. He'll take the first drive up. Good driving tackle from the Bears. No tackle, driving run. As now, Tuni is going to send it to Rutherford. As now he's going to send it out to the right. They're going to go back on to the inside to Benny G, sneaking through, as he normally does. He loves that space to the middle. As now they'll go wide. Sora just going to take on the line. Good tackle, one-on-one from the Dragons. That's the defensive prowess they're going to want to show to start the game here against the Bears. Bears, they're going to want to start strong, as now Lee is going to get a good offload away to Parks. He'll get and that'll be the end of the set for the Bears. So I'll send it back to Tony here. The little number 9 doing all the work this afternoon for the Bears. As now Miller steps around one. He's looking for space, but Benny G gets him around the waist. Drags him down. Dragons first run. Good way to start the match here at home. Grooves out wide, out to Ingram. He's just going to drive forward against the Bears defense. Now Groove. Preston. Backwards pass out to Broom. Backwards play out to Tio. As now they're going to send it back into McCabe. Uneven. Good first play from the Dragons here. As now Groove, Tio. They're going to go wide to O'Sullivan. He's driven back in a big effort there from the Bears. Tyrone, what do you think either of these teams are going to win in the long run of this game?
Haven't seen much of them so far, but based on what I've seen, I just think the Dragons will show a good defensive game, and I reckon they end up taking the win.
Good show from the Dragons here at home. You've heard it here from Tyrone Clay. As now Parks will take the driving run up here, making it just past the 30. Now it's Ton here to Rutherford. To Shungundu. I'm going to mess up a few of these names tonight. Alex to Benny G. Another good set here from the Bears. They're just working their way into it, trying to find a way into this contest after some troubled games of the season. But now Miller. He's been good on the kick return so far, as now he's put down just past the 20-meter line. Time to Preston. He tries to go for the short ball to Curfy. I'm going to say, if I get that wrong, I'll probably be corrected. As McCade, that's a good run through the middle. As now, it's going to be Groove, Preston. Quite good in the playmaking role at the moment for the St. George Illawarra Dragons here. He's doing his work, and as the Dragons come up with a mistake just as I say something.
Ooh, the first mistake of the game. Could that come back to haunt them? We'll find out.
We'll have to find out here, as now it's going to be turned. And that... Oh, it works. It's an interesting play to O'Driscoll. Or just Driscoll. As now Thomas, the short ball into Shogundu. And it's a drop ball. He drops it cold, and Honeyman's just going to pick it up and play it on the 30. Dragons are going to waste no time here, as now making meters on the mistake. They'll continue on with the extra meters. So now Broom, that's a good run from him. Bowen. Honeyman. What a player this is, Honeyman, through the middle. Love him watching this big boy in the props at the moment, as now Preston's going to get the short ball, and it almost works this time. Now Groove trying to just sneak his way through. Preston, good kick. It's under the high ball. The Dragons are going to get it back. He can't find the sidestep, though, and that'll be the end of the set, Tyrone.
That was unlucky play from the Dragons. They had the good build-up, but just Bears stopping them 10 metres out from their own line. See what they can do on this return set.
Rutherford now, he's going to take the run-up and find some space. That's... So far in the halves, he's been probably one of the better showings from the Bears in the first 20 minutes here at Wynn Stadium. As now, Tony gets it to Sora, who's just going to take on the line. The quite big hooker is going to take on the small prop. As now they're going to go out wide. Thomas finds a gap, no support. And that'll be an end to another set for the Bears. They're getting closer and closer every time. Sora's not going to be the one to kick it, and he's going to be put down on the TBC Live logo. Now Preston, then going to get it out to Time. Okay, Time is now Preston once again. Tyrone, Preston likes this short ball play, and it doesn't seem to be working out most of the time for him.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. He is reverting to that, but if he keeps sticking to it, it may end up working in the end.
We'll have to find it in his favour. Is now Honeyman. He's going to find a gap through the middle. He's got space to move, but he's cut down at the legs. I'd say almost just 12 metres out. Groove out wide. Curfy. I'm going to continue messing that name up. I'll have to get that corrected later. Groove. And that's going to be it works out in the end. Now Thomas is going to have to drive his way out. He's just going to get there. Honestly, Dragons, why didn't they push him back in goal? No pressure from the St. George side here at home. But now Alex Opolis, he's going to be put down to get it back to Schrodinger. Tony, Sora's going to sneak his way through. He's found a gap. Stop and run play, you don't see that much anymore in the SRL. So now Lewis is going to just take the hit up here. He'll be left for the 40, and now a good kick is needed here, and Alexopoulos is going to put a perfect one in down to the 10. Now Mayava, he's going to be driven back. But Bears need to, Tyrone, the Bears really need to put on some defensive pressure here on the Dragons to get down in their own end.
Definitely, as you can... The Bears, I agree, they will need to put defence, because I think the Dragons are just strolling up too easily and getting too much field position, and they are winning the field position game at the moment.
There's going to be a challenge for the Bears, but they've gotten guts and plenty of history here at this club, so now it's just going to be perform what you can tonight, and that's a huge mistake from the Dragons. Ingram has to try and find some space, but he's put down there. And now Dragon's going to be kicking out at 20, 40 maybe on the rise. Hope he steps over and he kicks plenty straight. It's now going to be Benny G. Just up around one. He's in some space, but Boehm. Anthony Boehm, defensive machine here for the Dragons. As now Parks is just going to take the hit up. Tony says go wide up. They're going to go back on the inside. Give Benny G some space. Driving hard. He's going a bit the wrong way here. And now they have him for numbers, but it's Anthony Lee. Parks to Sora now. Brilliant player on the field right now. Currently, I'd say he's winning my man of the match. Sora. What's his first name? Jack Sora. It's a good grubber kick now. Miller looking for the kick return.
Thought that was a bit too heavy personally, but
too heavy. It's going to work, but now Boehm, he's going to make the Bears pay for Sloppy getting back into side something Also, I'd be drilling into them at practice. The Bears letting just the big forwards through. Aye. Groove. Jacob Preston. He's going to try a different play now. They're going to get it to Bowen, but good defense is going to hold him there. 4 minutes till halftime is now Groove. Out to Preston. We're going to get to Curfey. Depending which way they go, they're going to go the short side to have a little bit more defense on this side. And it's going to be Anthony Lee to be put down there.
Not much Anthony Lee can do there when they've got 3 Dragons. Just swarming them.
Well, he did what he could and got the ball back to the 20-meter zone. As now they're going to go to Carl Lewis just to take the driving play. And now Tony, they want the short side. There's a minute to go. It's G. Plenty of room for him to run, but he just couldn't get away. Alexopoulos is going to throw the short ball to Thomason. And this will be the final play of the game, and that'll be all for the first half. Thank you. And welcome back to the second half of NRL Minds. I'm your host, Corey Boyd. Joined with me still here is Tyrone Clay.
Yeah,
Tyrone, you continue on.
0-0. It's been a little bit of a dogfight, you could say, but one team has to. I mean, it can be a draw, but we're hoping that one team comes out on top here. Just depends on who it is.
Indeed, as now the Dragons start us off Ingram with a strong run. It's going to be, I feel as if the Bears were the stronger team in the first half, but just defensive-wise, they've definitely defended the best they have the whole season so far. But now it's going to come down, can they do it for the 80 minutes? Curfey taking a good run up now. Only second, and the Dragons are already verging on the 50 down into the Bears' end. As now Tio's put down, Groove is going to send it out to Ingram. Good ball here. He's just going to be put onto the ground, and now Groove with Cade. Curfey needing 2 to take him down, and that'll be the end to the first of the Dragons of the second half. So Preston puts in a brilliant kick off to the corner. Taken well by Driscoll, and he's going to be put down in the corner.
Solid effort there for the Dragons. Strong kick, and then backed it up with the kick chase to keep inside.
So all the Dragons have to do at the moment is now Alexopoulos is going to throw the short ball to Sora. Not much for Sora there. Now Tony, they're going to throw the wide ball. Thomas looking for support, but he just has to take the run up himself. There's no Tony to Alexopoulos. Little boy Alex is now Lewis. He's going to take the kick from the center. As now a younger Mayava. He's going to sneak through, but be put down there. He just couldn't get away. He had a good line of it. He just couldn't find what he needed. As now Harris. He's just going to continue the drive. Tio out wide to Preston inside. It's a good ball to Bowen. Bowen with plenty of space to move.
That looked good there for the Dragons. Hopefully they can back it up with a good response to the end of the set.
As now it's going to be Tio just to take the drive up. He's doing good at the 7 just to get his number 6 some space to move around and pull this gameplay in. As now it's going to be a bomb from Preston. It's got good weight on it, plenty of height. Someone just needs to get under it. Driscoll's going to get around 1, but good tackle. Can they get him back in goal?
Nope.
Inches away.
Unlucky though, Dragons.
So Tony, and it's going to send it out to Lewis. They sense the props are growing tired out here as now. Oh, Sora's going to get the... Again, just a horrid pass from the Bears. They're not setting up Sora how they were in the first half. It's down Thomason. It's going to get the short ball to Lewis, who's going to make the drive and run. very much seeing fatigue set into the Bears at the moment, Tyrone, and they've got to find an individual effort to pull themselves back into the game.
Definitely, and I think the person to do it is their fullback, Benny G.
Benny G is a star and he can put on a show when he wants. He's just got to find the space and the strategy with his team to get him downfield. Oh, what a pump from Groove. Plenty of room for him after that.
Solid effort there from Groove.
The fullback having to play the ball out to Curfy as now Dragons knocking on the door of the Bears. McCade, he bumps off one. Can he get to the floor? He's in the goal, but I think the Bears have flipped him over. And the referee is just... He's not going to waste any time, and he said back to the 10. And Preston puts up a banana kick. And somehow Miller's going to come up with it and get the first points of the game.
Dragons deserve that try. They've been working relentlessly, having all the field position, and they've come out with the points.
What's happened? The little man's just snatched it out of the air between his own tall teammate and the Bears player to put the Dragons in the lead now.
That was actually really impressive for someone that small to jump up over the bigger players. I'd have to say fair play.
Impressive from the little man, but now Jacob Preston, this kick is crucial with how little points are being scored in this game. He knocks it over, making it a 6-0 lead. Still plenty of time here to go for the Bears. They got to pull their heads back in the game. Alexopoulos on the tee now.
They could certainly pull their heads back in the game. They're capable. It's just, can they do it? Can they find that player that will stand up for them?
I feel like the two players we see on the screen at the moment, Alexopoulos and Benny G, have to find some combination here in the second half to pull points on the board. As now it's going to be Ingram with the first run of the fresh set. So a little bit of a break for the players. They're going to enjoy that, catch their breath. As now Preston's going to throw that short ball once again. He's back to doing this, and it's working this time. And he gets the ball back.
Solid there from Hardyman, just broke one of the tackles, tried to get an offload off.
He's a big, strong player. As now Miller, the try scorer, finds some space and tries to do some razzle-dazzle to Benny G, but can't get past him. It's now going to be the little man, Jacob Preston, on the wing. Has he found his new career at the wing instead of the halves? We'll have to find out, as now McCade gets it to Curfy. Curfy in some space. And it's going to be not a knock-on. The referees missed that, unless it's gone back. Ingram. And now Dragons can set up for either a bomber or a grubber, and it looks like they're going grubber. Somehow it doesn't work. Groove gets through, but they're going to call it knock-on.
I think that's the right call there, I think. He hasn't got his foot to that.
The ref has saved the mighty North Sydney Bears. Is now Strodinger. He's going to drive hard here as Lewis. I'll get it off to Sora. That's a better ball off to Sora, but he's a bit fatigued here late in the game. Tony goes wide. Alexopoulos out. They've got it to Benny G. Benny G in some space. As said, they need to combine and find that space for Benny G. Anthony Lee is going to get it to Rutherford. Been a lot quieter half between the two. Tony is going to get it to Thomas. The big lock's going to put in the kick. But no, Mayava, they've given him some room. He's got some room to run. Benny G, the cut down. That was brilliance from him.
Brilliance from Benny G to cut across, but also brilliance from Mayava in that kick return to get up to the 40.
Well said, as now Ingram bumps off one, wasting no time. He's sick of this Bears nonsense. He wants to win this game, and he's ready to do what it takes to put the Dragons further in front.
Definitely, as solid there from Tio.
Marva, he's good on these straight runs. He's not much of a footwork. He much prefers this NFL-esque. Just run straight with the ball and hope for the best. Now Tio's going to put up a bomb. Not my first choice, but Benny G, he's going to find some room. Groove just gets on his back and pulls him to ground.
I think if Groove doesn't get to him there, I think he's off to the races.
Benny G does have some pace on him, and he does enjoy a good foot chase in the end, as now Benny G's going to be... Can't get through that one, but he will get the offload. Rutherford, Thomas, out wide, Benny G. Anthony Lee doing his best just to stay in the field of play, and it's a good run from him, as now pass. I don't think I've seen him the entire game. As now Parks is put down there. As we're going to see another lock kick it. Nope, it's going to be Sora who's going to catch it once again in another one of these messy plays.
Unfortunate, but the Bears now, I think, need to try and force the ball from the Dragons. Try and get the ball there, and then get in the field position to try and tie this game back up.
With the way it's going at the moment, it's not looking likely. The Dragons are looking perfect. Just sliding into back and forth with the Bears here and just tiring them out. No room for the Bears to run. As now Sullivan finds some footwork in the centers and almost gets through. McCade gets it to Honeyman. He almost sneaks through. That's brilliant stuff from him. He's had a really good game this afternoon.
Definitely unlucky not to be rewarded with a try or anything, but he's made lots of runs to help his team out.
Well, he almost got over before in that messy play that was called a knock-on. It was Groove that did get over the line, but I think it was Honeyman that was the original runner. As now it's going to be... Can Boehm get to the ground? He's got 3 in him. It's a good tackle, and it's going to be handover. Ref's not even going to check it.
Yeah, but solid from Miller again, just to beat the bigger player in the contest. And Boehm was unlucky not to get over there.
The little aerial man is now Rutherford. They're going to probably start throwing the ball around if they want to get downfield and not just hit the ball up. Bears, you've got to create some magic here as Lewis does the opposite of what I say.
Although, in this situation, you could go for a 40-20.
Very true, and I think that's what they're going to try and do, or just a well-weighted kick.
Is that too far? No, it's perfect.
Hold on. Oh, Boehm, brilliant stuff from him, but good tackle now. If they can just force an error close.
This is where you want to force an error.
Well, there's only 2 minutes to go, and the clock is just not the Bears' friend at the moment. It looks like that's going to be named. Curfew going to run up to the 20.
As long as the Dragons can just run it up, I think they'll see this game out.
Boehm, he's going to get the final play, and I think that'll finish us off. Nope, we're going to get a final play.
Let's have a look.
Hold on, this could be interesting. It's going to be Driscoll. He gets around one. Driscoll in space. But it's going to be Boehm to shut him down, and that's a brilliant defensive effort from the fullback. As we'll go into stats in a moment, but congratulations, Dragons, on another win to your season. Brilliant defensive effort here from the St. George side at their home ground, doing what it takes to show they're the better team tonight.
But also, with that, the Bears aren't that good of an attacking side either. They only, I think it was one of the trials, they scored 6 against the Rams outfit. Yes, the Rams are one of the better teams in the mines, but they're just not scoring enough points.
They do need to find out how to get on the board, and they've got to find some combinations, maybe switch some players around on different sides to see how it works. But keeping the set completion of this game was really good, but a lot better than Dragons, only missing 1, which was an early error, like very much early in the game. So they were pretty much perfect. They just couldn't find the space to get it in. And 97 tackles to 93, they kept it close here, but it shows on the scoreboard. But now we're going to move on to individual stats. Buster Groove, 131 run meters with only 38 runs. That's really good from him out of dummy half.
I'm impressed with Honeyman. Look at that. 131 run meters, 5 line breaks. Probably the best player on the field.
I will not deny you that he probably was the best player on the field. Apart from Joe Miller out on the wing, doing what he can for his team, getting the only points scored in the game, and plus that little tap back that almost got them their second. But now moving on to the Bears. It's Tony Tuhi. He did what he could for the team. That's all I'll say with him is he's in dummy half. He can't really do much. He's stuck in the middle on defense, and he pulled that early kick that I was impressed from him, getting that 44 kick meters. And then Benny G, he was good as always. He's going to be a future star here for the Bears.
He's always going to be up there. And it was just unlucky that the Bears couldn't come away with the win.
But now that'll be it for here for Mines.